Going on, y'all? How y'all doing today? It's a long week. Before I start, upgrade coming soon. So we'll have all this blurry or unedited music in the beginning of the video. I mean, gotta upgrade. More people watching. The more you upgrade, the more you fix little niches. Today's topic is love. Reason why I want to talk about love is because I feel like in my generation, love has been screwed up. And I don't know whether you can't really place blame on your parents or older siblings, even though that's the people that you watch. You know what I mean? Everybody has their own concept of love and how to achieve it or how to keep it going, however you want to put it. But at the end of the day, my theory on love is the most powerful thing on earth. The most powerful emotion you can have is love. Love creates happiness, spiritual power, like energy that you can't get from anything else. Like you can be as angry as you can get, but anger can never overpower love. People kill for love, people survive for love, people give their all for love. More so than anger, more so than money. You can't fight love. Love is something that just happens. Like if you have love and you appreciate it and you cherish it, it's something that probably the greatest gift you can get. Whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's boyfriend, whether it's girlfriend. The love in a relationship or friendship is priceless. And one thing we get confused, I think, is that love is more like a physical now. In our generation, do they think females think like, oh, the more do have sex with them is the way he's gonna fall in love with her. Nah, you might just have some good cookies. You know what I mean? Your cookies could be on point. I mean, I love you. Just I love your cookies. Like, you know what I mean? That's why I keep coming back. But it's deeper than that. It's like women look at love like, okay, you have to mentally stimulate me for me to want to have sex with you. Like, I don't want to just look at you and be like, oh, you're sexy, and that's why I want to have sex with you. And for a dude, it's like, yo, she bad. I want to have sex with her. Like, that's it. It's kind of like that misconception that's always been there. But that's where love comes in. When you love someone, it's a it's more than just heart. You know, anybody can do something with their heart. Like fight with your heart. You go against your heart. But with love, when love is involved, your heart really has no say so. It's not just a body emotion. It's not a mental emotion either. It's all three. It's spiritual, mental, and physical. Like you can't bottle up love into one specific definition. Like your body physically, you want this person physically. Mentally, this person is on a level with you where you've never been before, and spiritually, your energy with this person is at an all-time high and only seems to go higher. Consciously, if you're conscious of that, in the sense is like when you love someone, you can't say, "Oh, that's just somebody I mess with." Da, 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 da. When you love someone, you be like, "Yo, that's the person I want to be with for the rest of my life. That's the person that never changes, and even when they change, I change." It's no back and forth type of thing. It's like it grows. It's like we put this pot together, we put this seed in, we water it, we make sure it gets sun, we trim the dead branches, and we let it grow. We see how far we can take it. And the whole misconception in our generation, I think, is more like monetary, like whatever. Some females look at a dude and be like, all right, he got a car, he got a house. I wanna I wanna be with him. But dude could be dumb as hell. Dude could be ignorant. He could be the biggest asshole in the world, but you still want to be with him because monetarily he's great. Like, okay, he can afford to love you in a sense. He could buy you clothes, keep a roof over your head, you know, provide for you. That's the natural role of a man. Now, when you love a man, you grow with the man. You go through those struggles. You go through those fights. You go through those progressions, regressions, and you, like I said, and I'm gonna keep saying, you grow basically. When you fight love, you notice that your body, even your mind, is weaker, and even spiritually, you don't feel as strong. Like you love God, or you love your God, whether you're Buddhist or Catholic or Christian. The person that you worship, if you love that person, you're always spiritually up. And even when you're down, you might meditate or prayer, whatever you do to worship your God. That's love, you know? And that's what people get a little twist of their own because they say, oh, you can't love a person like you love your God, which is true. You can't. It's two different kinds of love right there. That's the love between you and your higher power. You gonna believe that your higher power has control over everything that you do. So you can't love them. You can't love a person or a human, any human, more than you love your God. Now, to say that is to say this. Spiritually, love is spiritual. Love is spiritual. It's a spiritual thing. It comes from spiritual first, then mental, and then physical. That's the way it's supposed to go. Spiritually, love is one soul, two bodies. You see what I'm saying? And that's proven through a theory of Aristotle, who was a Roman philosopher. Now, the difference between that definition or that theory and modernized times is then it wasn't as much distraction. Now it's a lot more distraction. It's more distraction in a sense of negatively to a degree because we take social networking for example, Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, even when MySpace was good or popping as they say. People took things a certain way in a relationship, you know, boyfriend and girlfriend. Y'all you might just start out 3 months in, 4 months, 3 months, between 3 and 6 months, because that's the hardest times. They say 3 to 6 months. That's when you already know the person, you got used to the person, you probably see this person on a regular basis. So now it's like either you're gonna continue on or you're gonna be like, damn, I'm sick of you. Like, keep it moving. That's kind of like one of the breaking points, or one of the determining factors and determining times in a relationship, the 3 to 6 months. After 6 months, you like, okay, this is a half a year basically. Like, you know what I mean? I know I can go further with you because, like, what have we been doing this past 6 months? So that's where love becomes a natural state. Like, you might not fall in love with somebody like right away, like, oh, we only been together 6 months and I love you type of thing. Nah, that's probably won't happen. And if it do, more power to you. That's just the type of person you are. But in a sense, it's like love is like once you connect with that person spiritually, you got that good vibe. You like, damn, I don't feel the same when I'm not with this person. When I'm not with this person, I feel like, oh, it's just a regular day. I just gotta get through this day, blah, 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 blah. But when you talk to that person, you're heightened. You stand differently. You talk differently. You know what I mean? You look at things differently. This person changes your whole perspective on life, where it becomes a mental thing now. Now, the mental challenge is getting on the same level. You know what I mean? Because they say women are more advanced than men. And to a degree, it's true because women are providers, they're nurturers. So therefore, your y'all are supposed to be more superior in mental ability than a man, because a man's natural mentality, societal wise, is to provide and nurture and protect. Well, provide and protect, basically provide and protect. So naturally, y'all women would fall in love before men. Now, once you collect on a mental level, that's when it all changes. You know, it's like, okay, now I know what you women usually like. Now I know he's ready for me. I'm ready to do something that I don't usually do with guys, depending on the kind of girl you are. Who knows? You might be a free spirit girl, and you just like, you know, expressing your love different ways. You might have sex with every dude you mess with. That might not be love, but that's how you release, you know, your spiritual happiness. Now, when it goes from mental to physical, mentally, women are open now. They ready. They want to give you something that they feel is different, and it might be different because when you you know, physically fornicating. I don't want to use no big word. My bad. When you're in a physical relationship, once you take it to that level of physical relationship, that's when it all changes because when you're having sex and you know you get to that stage of orgasmic excitement and it happens, that's when you're releasing the most energy. So that's why you're so tired when it's over because it's like, damn, I just gave my all and I released enough, like 90% of my energy, and having this explosive reaction to love, which that's what it was, and that's the difference between, you know, sex and love. Anybody, you got sex with anybody, and it might be, oh yeah, this shit is good, da 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 da. But when you love someone, sex is like, like super explosion because it's more than just physical and it's more than just mental. It's more than just spiritual. It's all three. You touching on all three bases. You might as well just slide home plate. That's where love becomes a beautiful thing. You've reached all three stages, and it feels like you just built it. And most people can't achieve that at all. Most people can't even, get halfway there because of the fact that, oh, I never had love in a sense from my family, or I never had good friends, so I don't know how to open up to certain people. And when you open up to some people, they take it and they use it against you. And when they use it against you, it's more hurtful and harmful to the next person. Which in turn, it's nothing wrong with having your guard up and protecting yourself. But in a sense, it's like you can't run from love forever. That's one thing you can't run from. You can run from hate, you can run from anger, you can run from fear, you can run from everything else but love. Eventually, you love something or someone in some way, shape, or form. You love that person, thing, place, whatever noun definition you want to give it. And that's what makes love one of the most powerful things on this planet. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna end this part one. This is only gonna be part one, and I probably come back for part two. Not today, because I want to get some feedback. I want to see what people think. What's other people's opinions of, you know, my whole definition or my whole theory of love. So when y'all get back to me, I'll bring back part two.